going on, family? Y'all know your nationality?
Bring it out, and it reads, cry aloud, spare none, lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
That's right, we're not in the library, we're not going to whisper, all right? We're not.
Chapter 22, verse 32. I am the God of Abraham, and the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. God is not the God of the dead, but of the living.
Hey, the dead can be our people as well, right? Everybody know about Ezekiel 37.
We see it over and over and over and over again. They say they love God, they don't want to do sex.
The book of Joshua, chapter 24 and verse 23. And now therefore put away, said he, the strange gods. Verse 15. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom you will serve.
Right. If it seems evil, hey, figure it out this day. Find out what you want to do now. Stop being so damn evil. Right? Go ahead.
Whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house,
go ahead.
We will serve the Lord.
We will what?
We will serve the Lord.
We're going to serve Yahweh Shemel, the Heavenly Father, in sincerity and in truth. Go ahead.
And the people answered and said, God forbid that we should forsake the Lord.
And God forbid that we should forsake the Lord.
To serve the Lord.
It's like, do we hear that now? Do we see it? And God forbid I should forsake that we should serve the other gods and Ashtoreth. We don't hear none of that, man. We say, hey man, we want to do it. So give a damn. Got it.
I got a quick point too. Like if you serve a God, how the hell can you serve God in the way you think you will serve Him?
That's right.
So a lot of people, they serve God how they think they will serve Him. When the Lord already got it mapped out how you're supposed to serve Him. Just keep it simple.
They didn't tell you Proverbs 4 and 2, hey, the Lord, He give us good doctrine. You didn't give yourself good doctrine. And the Most High is going to give you that good doctrine. He bring us all to the praise. The Lord's going to teach you that word, that doctrine. We bring up first in Exodus 8 and 8. We're going to get this first, but yes.
Look at Proverbs chapter 23, verse 1. When thou sittest, look at Psalm chapter 23 and verse 1. And it reads, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures.
Hey, this is the green pastures. This is what we lie down in every day, every night, right? This is how we chill. This is where we find our rest. Go ahead.
He leadeth me beside the still waters.
Go ahead.
He restored my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of the righteous.
Right, because when you're feeling, if you feel weak in the spirit, you have a rough day, going in with your household, and you go to the scriptures, it's going to restore you, right? You catch your hell at work, and your family members are annoying the hell out of you, bugging. You're not making enough money. You find your rest in the scriptures. Even if you're being tempted, what do you do? What do you go to? And you go in the scriptures, where there's milk, where there's bread, where there's meat. You're not praying, say, hey man, should I live by bread alone? Live by bread alone. You got milk, you got meat, you got the whole scriptures, man. You can't tempt the Lord. You got to go all within the scriptures.
He restored my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for His name's sake.
That's plain. Bring that up.
In the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 8, verse 8, and it reads, for when the body is fastened now in the mother's womb, and thou givest it members, thy creature is preserved in fire and water, in 9 months. doth thy workmanship endures thy creature which is created in earth. But that which keepeth and is kept small, that is kept, shall both be preserved, and when the time cometh, the womb preserved, delivered up the things that grew in it.
What else is it?
For thou hast commanded out of the parts of the body, that is to say, out of the breast milk.
What did it say?
Out of the breast milk.
Hey, out of the breast milk. Right when you first come to this thing, you gotta get to that milk, man. Everybody wants to jump to the meat, jump to the caramel, jump to the heavy things. You gotta jump to the milk, right? You gotta lay down in these green pastures. You gotta come in humble. Okay, yeah. That's why I'm gracious. Let me make sure I get my friends. Let me make sure I get my household. Let me not jump to the heavy things.
The book of 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 2. Or 2 and verse 1. Sorry. Wherefore laying aside all malice and all guile and hypocrisies and envies.
Right, this is a couple of things that you actually have to do coming to this. Read that again.
Wherefore laying aside all malice.
Right, when you come into the truth, you gotta lie aside all malice, all that wicked, evil thoughts in your heart. You have to lay all of that aside. How do you do that? You praise the Heavenly Father. You go to Sirach 27 and 3. Yeah, that's it, Sirach 27 and 3. Even our thoughts plague us in this life. What's going to heal us? What's going to get these thoughts right? Worshiping the Heavenly Father. The Bible.
No.
That's Sirach 27 and 3. Hey, why you don't want to listen to the Bible?
Out.
Because, come here, come here.
No.
Come here.
Better be
See,
destroyed.
hey, that's wicked, man. No to the Bible. Wow. Just wow. No to the Bible. Hold that.
Go to the Most High.
Bring out. Get it.
In the book of Sirach, chapter 27, verse 3.
Bring it out.
Unless a man hold himself diligently.
I want to
In the book of Sirach, chapter 27. In the book of Sirach, chapter 23, verse 27, and it reads thus. And they that remain shall know that there is nothing better than the fear of the Lord.
That there's what?
There is nothing better than the fear of the Lord.
You don't want to hear the Bible, so you got to work. So you got to admit it with God. There's nothing better than the fear of the Lord. Right.
And that there is nothing sweeter than to take heed unto the commandment of the Lord.
That's clean.
Look at Zechariah. Zechariah 7, verse 11. But they refused to hearken.
But they what?
But they refused to hearken.
No, I don't. That's the worst thing you could ever say. Not even I got a second, bro. Not even give me a second. I'll be back. Just no. See, there she go. No, no, no. Hey, now when she prays to the Lord, Lord save me. He gonna say no, no, no.
Work to it.
Hard to me, I never knew.
And pulled away the shoulder and stopped their ears that they should hear. Yea, they made their hearts as an adamant stone.
They made their heart as an adamant stone. Go ahead.
Lest they should hear the law.
Lest they should what?
Lest they should hear the law.
See that? Hey, it's nothing new under the sun. People still don't want to listen to the law. The law is done away with. I don't want to listen to that. What was that brother saying earlier? I'm justified by faith. His mind isn't right, man. That's why I gotta keep that. I don't have to keep that. Oh, I gotta do that. No, I don't gotta justify my faith. That's off.
In the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 7, and I'm going to start at verse 20. For there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the law of God that is set before them. For God hath given straight commandment to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and they should observe to avoid punishment.
And then they get punished up the wazoo. People breaking in your house, people getting raped, robbed, and murdered, losing your job, you getting boiled, your body breaking down. You actually why this happening. You don't want to listen to the Lord. Playing upon tables. You get Sirach 22 and 27. Can you read this one more time? One against this first Peter. Go back to Psalm first Peter.
The book of 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 1. Wherefore laying aside all malice,
Right?
and all guile and hypocrisy.
So like you all malice, guile, and hypocrisy. Right? Bring that up.
In the book of Sirach, chapter 22, verse 27. Who shall set a watch before my mouth?
Right, he's rhetorically speaking. Who's going to set a watch before my mouth, man?
And sit in a seal of wisdom upon my lips.
In other words, who's going to be able to control my lips and govern my thoughts? Only the Most High. What's your nationality, brother? Come closer. You said what? What's your nationality?
Not sure.
Not sure. You believe in black? You said what? Color my boots. Color my boots. Yeah. Nobody's color my boots or his hands or this brother's boots. Nobody is the color of black. There's no language, currency, map. It's not even a flag that's black. Right? You don't even see that on the map, the world map. The land of black, the land of African American. Those are misnomers. That's not a real identity. Right? That's right. So what are we left with? What do we call ourselves now? What do we call ourselves now? Right, now you believe in the Bible? Yeah. Right. You believe in God as well, right? All praise to the Most High. I'm going to show you something in the scriptures, letting you know who you are. Bring out Deuteronomy 20 and 15.
Yeah, I got it. In the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Right, now it's going to list some curses. Right? And we're going to see if you can relate to them. Verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
Who's cursed in the city, King?
Cursed in the city?
Yeah. Who's living a bad life in the city? Who's going through hell in its cities? Us, right? It's the reason why you didn't see the that's the so-called white man in the cities. Right? Does he look cursed? Look at him. He's not broke.
He's on his boat having a good time.
He look like he's living a good life. Look at him. He's living a good life. Yeah, he's waving. He got a smile on his face. Hey, that's not us. We're not living a good life in the city. Right? Sometimes we're going through hell. That's the curse that we can identify with. Let's read another one.
Cursed shall thou be in the field.
And cursed shall thou be in the field. Who was cursed in the field during history? Slaves. It's the reason why that's the first word that comes to mind. Because the Asian man, he definitely wasn't cursed in the field. Neither was the Arabic man, East Indian man. Definitely not the white man. We were the only ones cursed in the field and in the city. So as we continue to read, we find out we can relate to this book. Right? This proves that it's what? This is our book, right? Because every book fits a certain demographic or a certain group, I should say. Right? So, as we read this, can we say the white man fits this? Can we say the white man can relate to this verse we just read? No, not that one. What about the East Indian man? Anybody else besides us? No, not that verse. Only the so-called black, Hispanics, and Americans. So who is Most High speaking to directly? His people. Or what? Are they black men, niggas? What's their nationality? Who are they?
Hebrew.
Hebrew what?
Hebrew Israelites.
Hebrew
That's right,
Israelites.
brother.
You got Hebrew Edomites. Hey, you got Hebrew Israelites. That's us. Right? We're going to prove that by bringing out just a few more verses. 3 more, bear with us. Verse 54. So that verse 54. It's like 41.
In the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 41, and it reads thus: Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity.
Did the white man's sons and daughters ever go into captivity? Never. Not even an Arabic man. No other nation's sons and daughters went into captivity. But ours did. That's slavery. Absolutely. You continue.
Reading on. All thy trees.
You can actually jump to 68. Because this lines up with what we just read in 41.
In the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
That's Moses speaking to the Israelites, telling them you will go into Egypt again. Egypt has a special meaning. We're going to break it down according to the Bible, right? We have to break it down. If we don't,
Look at Exodus. Look at Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
so Egypt is also known as what? A house of bondage. What's another word for bondage? Slavery, servitude, captivity. All of which is synonymous with bondage. So he said you're going to go to Egypt again.
Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
How did your ancestors make it here into America that we call modern day Egypt? And again, it's a reason why I'm calling it. Because what did we do when we came off the boats? Yeah, did we ride bicycles and ride the ferry and swim? What did we do as soon as we got off the boats? We went into slavery, right? Again, what's another word for slavery? Bondage, servitude, captivity, Egypt, right? This is Egypt all over again. Look around you, we built everything. It was us, right? So let's finish this off.
Right away around, I spake unto thee, thou shalt see no more again,
We haven't seen our whole land.
and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Right? So that's what we got off the boat. So-called white man, right? The scripture said your enemies. So we call them our enemies. That's what the Bible said. Go ahead.
For bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
No man's going to redeem you out of that captivity. Because it clearly just said your enemies are going to sell. Right? So in a lot of clouds and laws, that word bond means to redeem. Nobody's going to redeem you out of that captivity. So again, are we the only ones that can relate to that?
I think that state was made for us.
It was made for us, right? So who are we according to the Bible? Who is Moses speaking to? You can say black man, but I'll tell you we're not the limit boots. You can say African American man, but I'll tell you those are country and continent. Let's show you directly what it says in Deuteronomy 29 and 1.
In the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29, verse 1, these are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
Niggas.
Children of Israel.
Monkeys.
Children of Israel.
Moon crickets.
Children of Israel.
Children of Israel. Your ancestors went through what we just said, right? You came out your ancestors, right? You are what your father is, right? So who are you? That's right. You said it, brother. You're Israelite. That's right, brother. So who lied to you? The so-called white man. Because your enemies, that's what they're going to do.
Right.
They're going to lie to you. They're going to steal from you. They're going to make you believe a lie. Right? They're going to tell you that Christ is a so-called white man. In reality, is Christ white? You believe he's white? Color is irrelevant. You like the truth? You like the Palladi? Yeah. Do you like the Palladi? No. I mean, neither. Right? So let's show you the truth. Revelation, chapter 1, verse 13.
And it reads, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot,
Yeah, the long garment went down to the foot, go ahead.
and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
What texture is that brother's hair? All these brothers' hair up here, what texture is it? Is it stringy like a so-called white? It's woolly, right? Like a sheep, right? That's the one that got woolly hairs.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire,
Right?
and his feet like unto fine brass.
Grass is brown, right? As if what?
As if they burned in a furnace.
As if they burned in a furnace. Put anything in the oven too long, it's going to get burnt. Go ahead.
And his voice as the sound of many waters.
Right. The point is, what? His feet was as if he was burnt in an oven. And he had woolly textured hair. Probably. So if we saw him today, we'd say that's a so-called black man. But as we just discovered, nobody would was black. He would be an Israelite, right? Would that make his father his father an Israelite, right? Probably his family members and his whole tribe and his neighbors are all Israelites, right? Now if they had kids 100 years down the line, 1,000 years down the line, they're all Israelites. So 1,000 years later to the future, who should we be? What should our nationality be? Cross elimination. We're the descendants, right? Right? Because the Asian man again, the Asian man don't look like someone like doesn't look like race. Arab man doesn't look like race. White man doesn't look like race, look like race. So like you said it will be their descendants. Right? So that's our culture. It's all in the scriptures. So how do we worship God? How do we love our brothers? What's next?
Worship God in spirit and in truth.
Yeah. What commandments do you tell us to keep? All of them. Do I get to sacrifice a goat if I sin? Yeah.
I say that.
Right. So that's why, we gotta learn about grace and what he was seen to do.
Yeah.
Right? We gotta learn about the other commandments. Right? We're not just free. You gotta know. Before you go, you have to know. You just find that the Israelites, they love the scriptures. They search for it. Bring out Acts 17:11. They were searching in this book. Right? They love this Bible. They died for it. You have artists for it. Bring out Acts 17:11.
The book of Acts, chapter 17 and verse 11. These were more noble than those in Thessalonica,
Right? Go ahead.
in that they received the word with all readiness of mind.
Right? They received the word with all readiness of mind. It was ready. Bring that out. Where's that in the scriptures? Go ahead.
And searched the scriptures daily.
They what?
And searched the scriptures daily.
Our people search Instagram daily. They search World Star daily. They smoke the blunt daily. They beat on their woman daily. They don't keep the commandments daily. Right? Hey, so this is what our forefathers and forefathers was doing. They was searching the scriptures daily.
Whether those things were so.
Right, whether those things were so. You should want to do the same thing. Pick up your Bible. Hold up. Let me see if that's really in there. Let me go through this chapter. They said that. Let me see if that's right as well. Right? You bring that up. Leviticus 11:7.
In the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 7.
Bring it out.
And the swine, so he divided the hoof.
Right now you got the swine, which is, now known as the pig. Right? What do you get from the pig? You get bacon, ham pork chops, all that nasty stuff. Yeah. Right now the swine, which is the pig, you got it.
And be cloven footed. Yet he chose not to cut. He is unclean to you. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you.
Right, they're unclean to you. So, in other words, you can't eat pork. No more pork in your fork. No more swallowing in your mind.
Facts.
And that beef
Like
on your
bacon?
teeth.
Yeah.
You like bacon. Everybody likes bacon before once in their life.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you like bacon.
Beef bacon.
I don't see any
Beef
hands,
bacon.
right? Now, we like beef bacon, but again, that's just
Beef bacon.
But guess what's unclean? Bacon. Bacon bites. Ham. That's the ass of the pig. Chitlins. That's the intestines of it. You gotta clean it, wash it out. Put it in the sink. It smells like doodle. That's what the doodle was in.
Pepperoni, gelatin.
See that? That's an abomination. So if God said, hey, don't eat no more swine, what you gonna say? You gonna say no, Lord? Or you gonna say yes, Lord? To Heavenly Father, what would you say? Yes, Heavenly Father, I'm gonna keep your commandments.
Yeah.
Right? That's just one. You got 613. We're only gonna bring out two more. Right? Bring out Leviticus 19:17. Or it's like continue on with this. Now we're bringing out the ones that our people, struggle. We know a lot of our people, they don't struggle with sleeping with their sister, wanting to sleep with their mother. And that's easy. I don't gotta tell you to don't do that, right?
Yeah.
That's plain. Right. We're bringing out the ones that the so-called white man told us it's okay. Right? Every time we bring it out, the white man said, no, you can do that. You can eat pork. Right? Bring this out.
Verse 9.
Bring it out!
These shall ye eat of all that are in the water, whatsoever have fins and scales in the water, in the sea, and in the river, them shall ye eat.
Whatever has both fins and scales, you can eat it. You know anything that has both fins and scales? What kind of fish, brother? Oh, they only got fins. They don't have no scales. I used to catch fish a lot. Perch, they got fins and scales. You got whiting, you got salmon, you got tuna, you got big mouth bass. Y'all brothers know any type of clean fish? Tilapia, salmon, trout, rainbow fish, and they all taste pretty different if you ask me. So I saw some people like cheese on it, tartar sauce. Get down with it. It's good.
Reading on. Verse 10. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
So what doesn't have both fins and scales? Like jellyfish, right? What's another thing that reminds you of a jellyfish? Or that's similar to a jellyfish and not have fins and scales? Octopus, that's another weird. What about shrimp? Shrimp, crab, lobster, right? They don't have fins and scales. That's what I'm going to say you can't eat. It doesn't have any protective armor to protect itself from parasites, right? From the unclean waters. Alright? It doesn't have fins, and the ones that don't have fins, they can't move around. They're lazy, they're slow. And I'll show you right here. That's shrimp. Right, that's the cockroach of the sea. Our people love it. I just got done talking to some sisters. They said, they even said it themselves. We open the shrimp up, we got that dude. That's called the vein. And our people heat that up and eat hot dude. You like hot food? No, I don't eat that. The Lord told us to abstain from that. But guess what our people love the most? Guess what they love in Baltimore and Louisiana? Crawfish, crab, and shrimp. Bubba's seafood place.
Hey, how do you get forgiveness?
How do you get forgiveness?
over to the 28 in verse 13. Bring it out. He that covereth his sins shall not prosper, but whoso confesseth and forsaketh them shall have mercy.
Right, if you confess your sins and forsake them, then most High's gonna have mercy on you. Okay, this verse.
The book of Psalms chapter 19 and verse 7. And it reads, and the law of the Lord is perfect.
The law of the Lord is perfect, brother. What's your name? Mario? The law of the Lord is perfect, Mario. Go ahead.
Converting the soul.
It converts the soul. At one point in time in your life, you was eating swine, shrimp, crab, nasty ass animals, right? And the next moment, you're praying the Lord, asking for forgiveness. Not eating these abominable foods. So it literally converts your soul and your mind. Got it.
Book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 31. Wherefore I say unto you, all matter of sin and blasphemy shall be forgiven unto men.
So if you ate pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster in your life, hey, that can be forgiven in the eyes of the Lord. You know? But what?
You confess it, read on, right?
You said what?
You confess it, right?
Yeah, if you confess it.
That's
Got it.
But the blasphemy against the Holy Ghost shall not be forgiven unto men.
Right, if you pull out the truth, if you deny the Lord, say this didn't happen in the scriptures, just bear false witness to the Lord, that's blasphemy. Right, we got another one for you, 21 and 13, First Chronicles.
The book of First Chronicles chapter 21 verse 13. And David said unto Gad, I am in a great strait.
It's like in Second Chronicles 21 and 13. Second Chronicles chapter 21 verse 13.
The book of Second Chronicles chapter 21 verse 13. And it reads, but hast thou walked in the way of the kings of Israel, and has made Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem to go a whoring, like unto the whoredoms of the house of Ahab, and also hast slain thy brother of thy father's house, which were brought better than thyself.
Read 21 and read verse. Where is that? Read verse 13 again.
But hast thou walked in the way of the kings of Israel, and hast made Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem to go a whoring?
So the point is, we have to walk in the ways of our righteous forefathers. That's what we're telling you. Right, like Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, even Enoch. Right, we have to walk in the ways of our forefathers. You said what?
Sound like our people just need to repent.
Say that again, brother.
Sound like our people need to repent.
Hey,
Be filled with the Spirit.
hey, that's what we're telling them. Telling them to repent. We got one more for you. Leviticus 19 and 17.
Book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
With the knowledge that you have now, you have to rebuke thy neighbor, which is in everybody. But only the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans are the Israelites. Right? So if you see your brother get sin, for an example, if you see him eating pork, you bring out Leviticus 11 and 7 and you say, hey brothers, you can't do that. You're breaking the commandments of the Lord. Go ahead. Hebrews 10:31.
And not suffer sin upon him.
You don't want to suffer sin upon that brother. Yeah. Right? Go ahead.
Thou shalt not offend nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
You hold any grudges? That's good. All praise.
No unforgiveness, brother.
You said what?
No unforgiveness.
You gotta forgive. You got it.
But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord.
Now let's get this.
The book of Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 26.
So just because you have grace and mercy from Yahweh Shai or Jesus Christ, that doesn't mean you can willingly sin. Bring it out.
Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 26. For we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth. There remaineth no more sacrifice for sin.
So if you sin willfully after receiving the knowledge of the truth, and there remains no more sacrifice for sin. In other words, there's no point of Christ down in the cross. Right? He died for your sins. He didn't die for you to be wicked all the days of your life. That's wrong. That's not loving your brother.
God for our sins so you can repent.
Exactly.
Yeah, turn from. I agree with that. I appreciate it, man.
So what's your nationality?
Hebrew.
Hebrew what?
We're like,
You want to want support?
that's identity, though. You know, it's just like,
That's who you are.
that's identity. You don't know.
What's wrong with that?
I agree
What
with
about your beard? What does the Lord say grow out your beard?
If you said grow it out,
Yeah, would you listen to him? Let's read it. Let's read it out.
yeah, well, actually, I'm growing it out now.
Okay, you gotta keep it out.
Yeah.
Now, you grow out whatever the Lord, give you. You see every brother up here got a certain amount. I can only grow out a certain amount. This brother grow out a certain, this brother grow out a certain amount.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 21, verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard.
You can't cut off the corners of your beard. Now, you can get it trimmed, but you can't cut past the natural lining of it. If your natural line is right here, you can't go 2 inches down. Right? You gotta do it. You said what? What about fringes? You gotta get some fringes as well, King. Lord willing, Jake, wake up. You bring out Matthew 14:36 for the previous Jake. Right? And Jake that was up here, on the Doctrine. She was saying nothing but folly and madness. I don't have to keep that commandment. What are you talking about? Matthew 14:36.
The book of Matthew chapter 14 verse 36. And besought him that they may only touch the hem of his garment.
They touched the hem of his garment. Hold that. We got the design to come back by the different. You search up for it. H-E-M. That's H-E-M. The word hem. Alright? You gotta dive into this thing. A lot of people say Christ was keeping the commandments. He kept the Sabbath day. He kept the feast dedication. He kept the Passover. He kept the feast of unleavened bread. He kept the day of atonement. He got circumcised. He brought a fringes. He got his neighbor. What do you mean he didn't keep the commandments? Who's on earth keeping the commandments? Got it. We're in him. Right? And he did. He brought that up.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 5 and verse 13. For everyone that uses milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. And it says in verse 14, but strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age, even those who by reason of use, right, have their...
I'm sorry.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 4, verse 13. Neither is there any creature that is not manifest in his sight, but all things are naked and open unto the eyes of him with whom we have to do.
Alright.
It says in verse 14, seeing then that we have a great high priest that is passed into the heavens, Yahushua, the son of Yahweh, let us hold fast our profession. It says we have not an high priest which cannot be touched with the feeling of our infirmities, but was in all points tempted.
He was in all points tempted, but what?
Like as we are, yet without sin.
Without what?
Yet without sin.
And he was without sin. Just like that. Just played upon tables, man.
The book of 1 Peter, chapter 2, and verse 21. For even hereunto were ye called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye shall follow his steps, who did no sin.
Who did no what?
Who did no sin.
He did no sin. That means he kept the commandments.
Neither was God found in his mouth.
Just playing upon the table. Read it up. The word him. But before you get that again, let's go back to Matthew 14:36. Hold that definition. Go to Matthew 14:36. This is for all the scoffers that say, Christ didn't keep the commandments. He didn't keep the commandments in the New Testament.
The book of Matthew chapter 14, verse 36. And besought him that they might only touch the hem of his garment.
Touch the what?
The hem of his garment.
They touch the hem of his garment. Let's read the definition of the word hem.
Definition of him. And it reads, fringes.
It said what?
Fringes.
Fringes. That's at the hem of your garments. Fringes. Go ahead.
Or tassels on the borders of the Jewish outer garment.
Right, of the Israelites' outer garment. Hold that. Go to Numbers 15:37. You go to Acts 20:26. And you go to Acts 2nd chapter, the first verse. I don't have to keep the commandments. It's a damn shame, man. I'd rather hear Israel say, I want to be with you. Say that. Now you lying on the Lord. Bring it out.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 15, and verse 37. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
You already read the definition of what a hem is. That's the fringe at the border of your garments. So Christ is keeping the commandments. Go ahead.
Throughout their generations.
Bro, what?
Throughout their generations.
People say, oh, that was only back then. Your generations are still happening to this day. What do you mean the commandments are done away with? That means, hey, I can X that out of the Bible. I can rip this out. Am I going off? Yes, I'm going off. That's Deuteronomy 4:2. Go ahead.
And it says that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
You can go to Deuteronomy 4:2. 6:06. I'm tired of the lies, man. You can't do whatever you want. That's right.
Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 2. Ye shall not add unto the word.
You should what?
Ye shall not add unto the word.
Go ahead.
Which I command you. Neither shall ye diminish up from it.
You can't diminish this verse, man. You can't diminish Numbers 15:37. You can't diminish Leviticus 11:7. You can't diminish Isaiah 66:15. You can't diminish Leviticus 20:5. You can't diminish your whole. You can't diminish anything. When you say the laws are done away with, yes, you can diminish it. That's all it is. You didn't break that commandment. You got it. You got it. Oh, Acts 26.
The book of Acts, chapter 20, and verse 26. Wherefore I take you to record this day, that I am pure from the blood of all men.
Right, hey man, we're pure from the blood of all men. Hey, especially if you asked us this question, not question, we answered it. Hey man, that's it. Hey, we shake our garments in. There's nothing else to be said. Read that again, King. Acts 20 and 26 again.
Look at Acts chapter 20, verse 26. Wherefore I take you to record this day, that I am pure from the blood of all men.
That's plain on the tables. Brother got a precept.
I was going to add a word. Proverbs 30 and verse 5. Every word of God is pure. He is a shield unto them that put their trust in him. Add thou not unto his word, lest he reprove thee, and thou be found a liar.
Hey man, we see that every day. We see nothing but liars. You bring out Sirach 7 and 12. That's all we see, man. Then we're going to get this verse, Sirach 7 and 12.
The book of Sirach, chapter 7, verse 12. Devise not a lie against thy brother.
Don't devise a lie against your brother. Hey sister, you got to get out. You got to leave those white men alone.
Yo, that's an Edomite. That's a man.
See that?
That's a nasty freak.
Damn, man, that's his dude.
Yeah, that's so nice.
Bring out second back. Bring out second key. It's like the second half. 3 and 1. Let's bring this out. Bring out second address 3 and 1.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 3, verse 1.
Hey man, he about to. Never mind. That's confusing.
And in the 13th year, after the ruin of the city, I was in Babylon.
Right, that's us. We're in Babylon, man.
And I lay trouble upon my bed.
And every time we wake up vexed. Trouble upon our bed. Because we see nothing but confusion. You don't even know what you're looking at half the time. Man.
And my thoughts came up over my heart.
Like, again? I gotta go to work again? I gotta work with this Edomite shit. Why? This is vexing. It's the first of the month. You know, your heart kind of skips a beat. Shit, I don't gotta do this. Got it.
For I saw the desolation of Zion.
And not only that, you see the desolation of Zion, your people. You see your people diminished, sagging, smoking weed, men wearing dresses, women wearing pants. That's the desolation of your people. Go ahead.
And the wealth of them that dwelt in Babylon.
See, this is the wealth of them that dwelt in Babylon. They're rich, man. They have $1 million homes, $500 million homes. They're doing whatever they want. Look at the white man on the boats. This is their kingdom. We're watching the wealth of them that dwell in Babylon. This is a damn shame. Yeah, the Caesar's building. Out of all names, it's Caesar. Freak Town. Hey, brother. Hey, see, I'm nervous to say brother. I don't know what I'm talking to. I don't know what I'm looking at no more. Who wants to wake up and be confused? Like, seriously, you want to wake up and be confused? Like, you don't know, man. That'll give you a headache. That's why Paul was stirred up in the spirit when he seen the whole city given to idolatry, worshiping Athena, Diana. Got it.
Like I had a dream I was in Israel, ancient Israel. And then I woke up in America and had to go to school.
I had a dream after work. I had a dream I was at work, working. And it was a long dream. That sucks. So you working in your sleep, man. I had a dream I was working, I had to pay my bills. I was dreaming. Like, yeah, that's a nightmare. That's a nightmare, like the brother said, man. Hey, you trying to bring out Lamentations, chapter 2, verse 1? I'm going to get his verse. Hey, brother, come here. Come here real quick. What's your nationality?
What's
your nationality?
Well, like my race?
Yeah.
Black.
Black? What's your nationality? What's your nationality?
Black.
Hey, sister, what's your nationality? What's yours? Why y'all give me two different answers?
Same thing?
No, it's not the same thing. One's a color, one's a country, and one's a continent. Right? First off, I want to address that nobody's colored this speaker, right? So you can't be black, right? Now, what country do you just come out of Africa? You don't know, right? You got 50 plus countries. So we can rule that out. So we're definitely not African, and we're definitely not American, right? By citizenship, sure, but what's our real nationality? Who are we? Where do our people descend from? Y'all believe the Bible? You believe the Bible? Come closer. Don't make me destroy my voice. I'll do it, but come closer if you can. Right? Y'all not doing nothing else. Y'all said y'all believe in God. Let's read the good word, right? Let's read Proverbs 4:1. All right, let's read Sirach 11:21 and get Deuteronomy 28:68. Matter of fact, you get the Deuteronomy 28:63. Get Sirach 11:21. You bringing that out?
The book of Proverbs, chapter 4 and verse 1. Hear ye children.
Are y'all a child of God? Y'all children of God? Y'all children of God?
Yes.
All right. He said, hear ye what?
Hear ye children.
Hear ye children.
The instruction of a father.
Go ahead.
And attend to no understanding.
Attend to no understanding. If y'all believe in the Bible and believe in God, you're going to open up your ears and know the understanding of what the Lord told you to do and what not to do. Right? Go ahead.
For I give you good doctrine.
He gave us what?
Good doctrine.
The Lord gave us a good doctrine. Y'all go to church? That's good. That's good. They're not going to tell you who you are. They don't care enough to tell you who you are, but they rather pass around that collection plate, right? That hot metal pan, or that nasty old sticky wicker basket. Filled with crinkly dollar bills, right? And nasty ass change. Bring out Deuteronomy 28:68. I'm going to show y'all who y'all are according to the Bible. Why this brother gets this verse? Bring that out. It's Sirach 11:21.
The book of Sirach, chapter 11 and verse 21. Marvel not at the works of sinners.
It's like 21:11. Sirach 21:11. Check this out.
Bring it up.
The book of Sirach, chapter 21 and verse 11. He that keepeth the law of the Lord, getteth the understanding thereof.
So if you want to, do y'all care to know who y'all are? All right, read that again.
He that keepeth the law of the Lord.
If you keep the law of the Lord, then what?
Getteth the understanding thereof.
You're going to get the understanding thereof. So let's read the law. Let's read the Torah. Let's read Deuteronomy 28 and 68. You got it, King.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68.
Yeah, excellent. Excellent.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Y'all know who Moses is? What did he do? His dad, his brother. What did he do? Y'all got any ideas? What did Moses do to his brother? How did they get out of Egypt? You know, brother? They parted the Red Sea. Does that ring a bell? His people, he parted the Red Sea and led his people out of Egypt under the hand of Pharaoh, right? That actually happened. Because who built up the pyramids? Was it the white man? No, it wasn't him. He burned up in the sun. He damn sure can't build pyramids, right? Right? So this is Moses speaking to the Israelites. Let's read Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Right, this is way after they left Egypt. He said they're going to go into Egypt again. However, when you continue to read the Bible, they never went back into Egypt again. Not by boat, not by foot, right? They never went back into Egypt again. Let's continue. Or let's break down the word Egypt. We got it in the scriptures.
In the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 2, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Out of where?
Out of the land of Egypt. Out of the house of bondage.
So what does Egypt mean according to the Bible? A house of bondage, right? If I say I'm going to put all three of y'all in bondage, what does that mean? What's another word for bondage? You said what? You said slavery. Y'all heard him? That's another word for bondage. Our ancestors were in bondage, right? That's slavery. Another word for slavery is servitude, and even Egypt. Let's read that again with the proper understanding. Let's break it down.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
The Lord will bring you into a house of bondage or slavery again. With what?
With ships.
How did your ancestors make it to America? How did your ancestors make it to America? Hey brothers, how did your ancestors make it to America? You said a skateboard? How? By a boat, right? We came here by boat. And when we got off the boat, what is the fun? Was it a fun land? Did we play 2K with each other in Fortnite? What did we do? We worked, right? Worked right into the cotton fields. Let's break it down.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt not see it no more again.
Have y'all seen your homeland? Nope. Go ahead. We haven't either.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
And once our ancestors got off the boat, who sold them off the auction block? Who sold them left and right? We sold each other? In America? The white man sold us, right? Y'all heard about transatlantic slave trade, right? The white man sold us unto other white men. Go ahead.
For bondman and bondwoman.
And what?
And no man shall buy you.
No man's going to redeem you out that captivity. That's what that word buy means. Right? Because white men already sold us. So that word buy is an old Quaker word that means to redeem or to bring back. No man brought us out of that slavery. So which people can relate to this verse? What about the East Indian man? Can he relate to that? What about the white man? Can he relate to what we just read? So who is the Bible speaking to so far? Be us, right? That's deep, right? This was written thousands of years ago. Did he make this up last night? No. None of us wrote this last night. This was written thousands of years ago. That means this is a book of prophecy. So it's prophesied that we will go into slavery on ships and brought to another land, sold into our enemies. Is that deep? What do you think about that? That's crazy, right? Did they ever tell y'all this? They don't give a damn about y'all. They don't care. Bring out verse Deuteronomy 28 and 54. We got another curse for you. Because what we read to you was a curse. If I say I'm going to curse you, would you say thank you? No, because you know a curse is a bad thing, right? Bring it up.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate.
Now this man may be your brother, your uncle. You may find him to be your best friend, right? He may seem very delicate towards you, right? But what?
His eyes shall be evil toward his brother.
Hey brother in the orange shirt, what's your name? What's your name, brother?
Matthew.
Matthew, that's a mighty name, right? So again, which people have an evil eye towards their own brother? Us, right? Y'all ever been to school, somebody eye you up and down, you walk down the street? You said what?
Like mean mugger.
Yeah, they mean monkey, right? You think you heard all that, right? Does a white man mean monkey, or does he just go about his day, living his life in luxury? He don't care about us. But our own people, you know, look at each other crazy out, right? Let's continue reading.
And toward the wife of his bosom.
And toward the wife of his bosom. Don't we all get into it with our dukes? You know, with our sisters, with our wives? We always going at it with each other. Go ahead.
And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Who's known for leaving their children? I mean, look at the nations. Look at the East Indian man. Look at the white man. They always have their families with them. Look at them over there. You seeing a whole pedigree walking on earth. What about us? I can look to my left and look to my right, and I'm not going to see a whole household, right? So again, who is the Lord speaking to? It's us. But did he say I'm speaking to the African American man? Did he say I'm speaking to the nigga? He said I'm speaking to the children of Israel. Because again, this is Moses speaking to his people. Moses was an Israelite. Let's confirm that in Deuteronomy 29 and 1.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 29 and verse 1. These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
Children of who?
The children of Israel.
The children of Israel, right? So who would you be? You would be an Israelite.
That's right.
That makes you not a black man. You're not an African man. You're not in the fraternity, right? Then you're damn sure not African American, right? So that means we're the Israelites. That's deep. Hey, that's a beautiful point. We look completely different from Africans. Who got this out of the Compact Bible Dictionary? Let's Google the word hand, just to further prove that we're not Africans. Because a lot of our people, they wear the arms. They got a damn pharaoh on their arm, forearm, and they say, I'm African. They say, we're all one people, right? That couldn't be, more force.
Ham, in the honor of the dictionary. The youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood.
You listening, Matthew? You got it.
And one of 8 persons to live through the flood.
Right?
He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negro.
Not the what?
Not the Negro.
Not the Negroes. Right? Let's get Genesis 10 and 6. So just because we may look similar, may have similar facial features, that doesn't mean we're the same. You call a Chinese man a Japanese man, he's going to want to fight you. Because you know that they're not the same. They know that. If a white man, Slucky, bring it up, kid.
The book of Genesis chapter 10 and verse 6. The sons of Ham, Cush and Mizraim, and Put and Canaan, and the sons of Cush, Seba and Helaba, and Hiptah, and Ramah, and Sabka, and the sons of Ramah, Sheba, and Dedan.
Right, go ahead.
And Cush begat Nimrod.
Right, that's Cush. Right, these are the Hamites. These are the children of Ham. All right, they're not the Negroes. The so-called Negroes came out of Shem. So that's just further proof that we're not African men. That we're not the African men. So yeah, we Israelites, that's mighty, that's beautiful, right? We're not black. What's next? What do we do? Can I smoke weed without knowing I'm an Israelite? Does that matter? Maybe not. Maybe so. What do you think? health increases? No. Let's get 1 Corinthians 3:16 and proof 4:1.
I say,
You good, you good.
I would say like what's the difference between a pork chop and somebody smoking a cigarette?
You said what?
I would say like what's the difference between somebody eating a pork chop and smoking a cigarette? Church people always look at people crazy for like smoking a cigarette or something. But they in church with pork chop.
Yeah, they're going off. They're with it. We tell them that they can't eat pork. We're gonna bring it up. You got it, King.
In the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1, this is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endure forever.
This is the book of the commandments of God, right? Every word is pure. We read that earlier in Proverbs 30 and 5. So let's read 1 Corinthians 3:16.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
No, don't you know, Matthew, that you're the temple of God? Go ahead.
And that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you?
The Spirit of God dwells within you, and what?
If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy.
Him shall God destroy. Bring out Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 13. Bring out, Kadar, can you bring out Job 11 and 14? Right, when you smoke, don't you cough? That's your body telling you, hey, to get this smoke out your lungs. That's a defense mechanism. We don't cough just for fun, for the heck of it. We cough for a purpose. Our body has certain defense mechanisms. When we get too cold, we start to shiver, right? Us sweating, that's a good thing. We're supposed to perspirate, right? Us coughing, that's a good thing. Us sneezing, that's getting the mucus out. So our body has certain defense mechanisms. You know, goes to we don't get sick and jammed up.
I was just going to add to his point, like when we get sick, we cough as well. That's a sign to show you that you can get sick.
Even you get in a fever, that's your body heating yourself up to kill that germs, you know. You got it, King.
It's the book of Job, chapter 11 and verse 14. If any iniquity, like if iniquity be in thine hand, put it far away, and let not wickedness dwell in thy tabernacle.
Does your friend smoke weed? Smoke cigarettes? You smoke weed or cigarettes? Yeah, but that's good. If you know anybody that smokes weed or cigarettes, you gotta tell them, hey, take that and put it far away from you. It's not profitable, right? So that's simple as well, right? Hey, so you know about pork, right? You know that's abominable, right? That's in Leviticus 11 and 7.
He told you all the foods that you see with Thanksgiving.
You said what?
He said, I think it's in Leviticus, he told us like all the foods that you see with Thanksgiving. But people always say like, bless it, just be good. That's not the case.
All right, let's get 1 Timothy 4 and 1, and let's get Isaiah 66 and 15. And you can bring out Leviticus 11 and 1, King. Go and get Leviticus 11 and 1 first. Go and get Leviticus 11 and 1 first. 1 Timothy 4 and 1. That's 11 and 1.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapters 11 and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, These are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth.
Right. These are the certain beasts that ye shall eat. Right. These are the beasts that we're supposed to be received. Right. In the name of the Lord. Go ahead.
And it says at verse 3, Whatsoever part of the hoof,
You listen to Matthew? It said, whatsoever part of the hoof,
and be cloven footed,
and be cloven footed,
and cheweth the cud,
and cheweth the cud,
among the beasts, that shall ye eat.
that's what's supposed to be received. Go to Genesis 7 and 2, King. Right? Even Noah knew this. Even Noah understood and perceived what's clean and unclean. I'm going to show you straight out the scriptures. You got it.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 7 and verse 2. Of every clean beast, thou shalt take to thee by sevens.
Of every clean beast, take by sevens, and what about the unclean?
And it says, the male and his female, and of the beasts that are not clean, by two, the male and his female.
By two, the unclean. So even Noah discerned, okay, certain animals are clean and others are unclean. Right? So what did you have, Lee? What did you have? Alright, let's get this.
The book of 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith.
Right? A lot of these things are going to happen in the latter times. For an example, some people are going to depart from the faith and believe in Christ. Go ahead.
giving heed to seducing spirits.
Right now, it's going to list all these seducing spirits that people take heed to in these last days. Go ahead.
And doctrines of devils.
Because right now, is this generation closer to God or further from God? We're further. Right? This is proof in the pudding. Go ahead.
Speaking lies and hypocrisy.
Right? They speak lies. They speak hypocrisies. Go ahead.
Having their conscience seared with a hot iron.
Right? They're unmovable in their wicked deeds and their wicked acts. Go ahead.
Forbidding to marry.
Right? Some people, hey, they forbid to marry. Right? They say, hey, sex isn't marriage. Right? It is what it is. I want to be a whore. I want to be a harlot. I can just sleep around. Go ahead.
And commanding to abstain from meats.
And commanding to abstain from meats. Right? On a spiritual level, you know, that's doing the work of the Lord. But even on a carnal level, you know, it's double to that which is, you know, what do our people abstain from? They don't want to eat beef. They don't want to eat the clean animals. They rather eat the unclean, the filthy, nasty animals. Right? Read that one more time. That part.
Commanded to abstain from meats, which God have created to be received with thanksgiving.
Right. And we already read on the, you know, on the lower level what foods were given to us to be received. Everything that's provided in the part of the that's spoken with it into the cup. Right. Let's bring this up.
In the book of Isaiah, chapter 65, verse 15, behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
Hey Matthew, did the Lord come back yet? He didn't come back yet. But when he does come back, he's going to have the fire and the swords and the chariots like a whirlwind. Go ahead.
To render his anger with fury,
right,
and his rebuke with flames of fire.
He's going to rebuke people. Go ahead.
For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
He's going to plead with all flesh. Let's get a little bit more specific. Go ahead.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Right, it's going to be many people. Go ahead.
They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves.
Those people that try to make it holy, that abstain from, you know, it's like those people that try to make it holy. That's my point. Go ahead.
In the garden, behind one tree, in the midst, eating swine's flesh.
Eating what?
Eating swine's flesh.
So when the Lord comes back, he's going to rebuke those people that's trying to make themselves holy. You know, say, okay, it's good to eat pork. It's good for me to eat pork. It's done away with. No, the Lord's going to come back and rebuke them with flames of fire and with the sword. If the Lord didn't come back yet, and we know that still has to happen, right? That means what? We still got to keep the commandments. We still can't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. Got one more for you. Job 14:4.
The book of Job, chapter 14 and verse 4. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one.
Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? It's impossible.
When they try to bless her, like in prayer over the poor,
all of that's fault.
Yeah.
You know.
The book of Sirach, chapter 34 and verse 4. Of an unclean thing, what can be cleansed? And from that thing which is false, what truth can come?
Hey, that's playing upon tables. Hey, you say a lot of people pray over it. You about to eat some of the abominable. The Lord only listens to those people who keep his commandments. Let's read that. Let's find that out in Proverbs 28:9.
The book of Proverbs. Book of Proverbs, chapter 28, verse 9. Bring it out. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law.
We read in Baruch 4:1 earlier, the whole commandment, the whole book is the book of the law. Right? Even on the deeper level, we got the Torah. If you turn away your ear from here in Leviticus 11:7, then what?
Even his prayer shall be an abomination.
So they can't even say they can pray over. The Lord's not even listening. Because they're breaking the commandments. So, what's your nationality? What about Frenchies? How you feel about this? How you feel about this?
It's necessary.
It's necessary? Why is it necessary?
That's right, brother. That's right.
You got any Frenchies?
Nah, I need to get it.
Hey, if you keep coming up here, we'll provide you with some. Okay. You got the flyer? Who got a flyer for the brother? Who got a flyer?
Flyer.
I got it.
I can put it down.
Alright, this brother will provide you with the information, necessary information. Right? You can email us, hit us up. Hey man, we're gonna bring it out for you, man. The spirit. You know? That's right. Hey man, we're trying to wake up our people. We're tired of being in Babylon, man. This place is nothing but wickedness. That bro got police that they can bring it out. Bring out 2 Chronicles 25. Second Chronicles 25. What's up, brother? You gotta speak up a little. You said what?
I listen to this guy named Brother Boyd. That's why I'm
okay, all praises. I said all praises. What about it?
I'm saying that's where I like kind of not down.
You got some wisdom.
I'll check that out too.
Okay, all praises on both sides. Alright, brother, how you feel? Let me ask you a question. How you feel about white people?
I feel good about it. I feel like they have to. And I feel like they're doing what they're supposed to do. Bring it back up.
Can you elaborate?
Create a good ending. Some stuff, some challenge relations we go through push us, like without that, like we wouldn't feel the slavery. If they didn't suppress us, we wouldn't even know that we were,
So do they have to go to slavery?
No, they didn't.
No, do they have to go to slavery?
Yeah, they gonna serve us. I mean, not like
no, not necessarily.
I try to be neutral because I know God still want to come around in that type of way.
Do you have to love them? What's somebody say, can I hate the white man? Or go talk to you?
I'm gonna keep it, that's just, I think that's my personality in a way. But if I need to express, I will. I think the fact that they did put us in slavery, like now we know who we are. So I feel like God is using them to put us in place. I don't know if you want to see it that way. So,
whose idea you do? That's Isaiah.
Yeah, you created a good ending.
11th chapter. You click out, so right there. You know, on a high spiritual level, that's a high, perspective to see them. At the end of the day, the Most High uses them to make sure we know who we are. Right? But that's on a high spiritual level. Now, on a carnal level, hey, yeah. They get on the slavery.
Working.
You said what?
I got mixed feelings towards them, but I'm trying to work.
You marry a white woman.
So Roach 33 verse 14.
What?
No, he's my favorite.
Like, no.
I'm not with the mixed thing either. I'm not at all.
Sirach chapter 33 verse 14. Good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner.
Right, so it's the godly against the sinner. Right? And everybody that look like us, no, they're against us. Right. They further the affliction like the sins like right. You got it.
And the sinner against the godly. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are 2 and 2, one against another.
So you're an Israelite, you gotta keep the commandments, you gotta get some friends. Right? You gotta cut your beard the best of your ability. Whatever you can grow out. Yeah, me too. That's all we can. Alright, all praise the Most High, King. Hey brother, the white tee. Brother, what's nationality? African American. We'll put money on that. You got something to tell me, let me know. So you're an Israelite, right? African American, that's a country in the continent, right? That's what the so-called white man told us during the process of slavery. Bring out Job 17:9. That's what you call a byword. mean, even black, Proverbs 17:9, even black is a byword. Black? Yeah, nobody's calling my boots. I can't call myself black forever. First of all, I'm not even black. It makes no sense. You know? And second of all, that's what the white man told me. Has the white man ever been truthful to you in your life? In school? Who told you discovered America? Him. Who told you they never lied? George Washington, right? He's just a natural born liar. Right? So our people, they're comfortable being in this house of lies that the white man built. Right? So when we tell our people the truth, you know, it gets hard for them. They've been listening to him for so long. You're telling me I'm not black? I'm not a nigga? Bring it out. Yeah.
The book of Job, chapter 17 and verse 9. The righteous also shall hold on his way, and he that have clean hands shall be stronger and stronger.
So we gotta hold on the ways of the Lord and cleanse our hands in scriptures. Make sure we know who we are so we can get stronger and stronger. Because the only thing that can really cleanse us is his word. That's in Ephesians, the 5th chapter, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you can get that. 5 and before we get that, get Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
How do all y'all meet?
And most I brought us together, and we proved each other.
Y'all young. I can see y'all young. So it usually takes a lot of years, you know what I'm saying? A lot of, not all. I'm about to say, it takes a lot of bumping your head to even get to that point. And for them to be so young, I was amazed. That's when I rolled up, I'm like, what they talking about? That's what's up.
The most I brought us all together at the end of the day. You know, the lower level, we gotta prove each other and know each other, know who we label with. You can bring it up.
It's like right, chapter 6 and verse 7.
Bring it up!
If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first.
You gotta prove a friend. We all prove each other up here. You got it.
And be not hasty to credit him.
You can jump down to verse 16.
Right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 16. A faithful friend is the medicine of life.
It's a lot of faithful friends up here. Alright? You go ahead.
And they that fear the Lord shall find him.
Hey, what it say?
And they that fear the Lord shall find him.
So if you want a true faithful friend, hey, you want to find him. Only if you fear the Lord. Have you ran across a lot of friends you're just not friends with no more? Yeah, a bunch of them, right? Because more than likely, you didn't prove it. According to the word. You didn't see if they was keeping the commandments. If they were trying to worship the Lord. If they were trying to invest to, you know, build up their household. None of the men that you ran across was doing those things. Hey, we all do those things to the Spirit. So that's how we meet each other, you know, by keeping the commandments, fearing the Lord, and the Lord's going to direct us to our right friends, even to your spouse. All right? So that's how we all meet each other, prove each other. You should want to prove us. You should want to be around like-minded men. You want to be around gangbangers and brothers that get drunk every weekend and get high and just want to chase women all day. Right? That's unprofitable. Right? I'm sure you live, you know, a pretty lengthy time. You've seen that already. What else is there in life besides that? Being a father. Yeah. But even being a father, you got to know how to raise your children. Right? Because a lot of people, they raise their children tote the gun.
Same way you was raised, man. Same way we came up. Like you said, we got to change.
You see them little baby girls twerking? Where they learn that from? The mothers. You see the little baby boys sagging their pants? Where they learn that from? The father. So even the Bible tells us how to raise our children. This is our culture and our heritage. And we're going to prove that this is our culture and our heritage.
Y'all got a card? I know y'all meet up. I want to get a flyer or something.
Yeah, we got one. After this verse. After this verse. Hold on, brother. Hold on. Bring up the number 28:16.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse...
Whoever got it, got it.
Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And it reads, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
What did he say?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Right, that's Moses speaking to the Israelites saying you're going to go into captivity again. Right? Or Egypt. Right? The Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. Alright, what's another word for Egypt? Let's find out in the Bible in Deuteronomy 6 and 5. It's like in 5 and 6.
In the book
of Deuteronomy, chapter 5, verse 6. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out from the house of bondage.
So Egypt means what, brother? A house of bondage, right? If I say I'm gonna put you in bondage, what's another word for that? You said jails. What was our ancestors in bondage? Oh yeah. What's another word for that? Slavery. Slavery, right? So our people was in a house of bondage. They were in slavery. Go ahead, bring that out.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
The Lord's going to bring us into a house of bondage, slavery again, by how?
With ships.
How did your ancestors, what's your name? Deontay, how did your ancestors make it to America?
Supposedly, slave ship.
Supposedly?
Yeah.
What you mean supposedly?
I wasn't there to actually see it, or they never found a slave ship.
Let me ask you this. What's your last name?
Battle.
Battle?
Battle.
Battle, right? Mine is cool. All of us, we have so-called white man's last names. How did that happen? They took us from our homeland and they changed our names. That's why when you go on slavevoyages.org, you would see the original names of the slaves were Israelite, had Israelite names. It would be Yaakov or Yawakanan, right? That proves that we was in another part of the world. You got it.
I got a quick point too. Say you're a criminal, right? Will you give the victim the evidence that you did against him?
No.
So why would they give us the proof that they brought us from slavery?
Hey, that's a beautiful point. This is slavevoyages.org. You see all the names that has the word Y-A-H, or the suffix Y-A-H. The name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, right? We're made in His image, and we also carry His name. That name wasn't popular in America, only in Israel. So that proves that they gathered us from the west coast of Africa, because we came from Israel and scattered. The point is this. So what? That's right, they gathered us from the west coast of Africa, and brought us over here, and changed our names. Which of our names are Matthew, Matthew Cole, weird white man's names. That's really got some history.
Well, first of all, they got routes to the slaves. Yeah, right? But this is the Clotilda, right? It's a slave ship. It says the schooner Clotilda was the last known U.S. slave ship to bring captives from Africa to the United States, arriving as a Mobile Bay in autumn 1859 or July 9th, 1860, with 110 kidnapped African men, women, and children. The ship was a two-mast schooner, 86 feet long, with a beam of 23 feet. So they found a slave ship called the Clotilda. What is it called? It's called the Clotilda. Clotilda.
And I got a quick point on that too. And that was after that it was illegal to bring more slaves in. So that was like more recent.
1860. That's what they found. 18.
So that was after the fact that it was illegal.
So we're proving to you, even on a historical level, that we actually came on slave ships. Now this is on a spiritual level, right? This is a prophecy. That's what I'm saying, right? It's prophesied that we were going to come here on slave boats. So let's bring it out again.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
You're going to come to another place that's so similar to Egypt, and you're going to call it Egypt 2.0. But you just might call it Egypt again. But the way you're going to come here is with ships. That's us. We came here by boats, right? To a land that's not ours, right? This is slavery, house of bondage. Look around you. Who built it all? We did. Go ahead.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
We have not seen our homeland. Go ahead.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
There, in that foreign land, you will be sold unto your enemies. Bring out Baruch 3 and 10. Right? Who sold us in this land? White man. The so-called white man. Right? The devil that the Bible speaks of. He sold us left and right, off the auction blocks. He had the heavy-ass chains on us. Getting off the auction blocks, going to this plantation, going to that plantation. Bring that out.
In the book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 10, how happeneth it, Israel, that thou art in thine enemy's land?
See that we're in our enemy's land. Go ahead.
That thou art waxing old in a strange country.
This is a weird country. Just look around.
that art defiled with the dead.
We're defiled with the dead. Bring this out.
And there you shall be sold into your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
No man's gonna redeem you, right? You're gonna be sold left and right. You're gonna be a slave man. That's right. So, can you relate to that?
Being a slave?
Yes.
Yes, I can, you know, but you know, like they say, we haven't. Well, what being in America, yeah, it's like the same. It's like the same thing, really. We can't do as much. We gotta, like they said, we can't collect rain. We can't. Some of our like cattle and stuff. We can't even eat. Like we can't collect sunlight. There's a lot of different things that it's feel like we, you know what I'm saying? It's like we're slaves. We gotta work. It's just, yeah, you gotta work. You feel me? It's just so much that we already. It's like we gotta work backwards to even go up.
Yeah. You make it. What you're saying is read in the scriptures. That's in the Bible. Bring this out. Deuteronomy 28:17.
In the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 17, cursed shall be thy baskets and thy stores.
Go ahead.
Cursed shall thine and the flocks of thy sheep.
Like you said, we don't have any cattle. We don't have any sheep. It's all diminished. Right? The so-called white man, he burnt up and killed up all the buffaloes for the so-called Native Americans. That they have nothing. We have we don't even have 40 acres. They took away everything from us. Right? That's in the Bible. That's also for life. This is prophecy. Check this out, because you work, right? Yeah. Who all your money go to?
My house, my bills.
You said where?
My bills.
Your bills. Who's collecting that? I'm sure you play Monopoly. Yeah, you gotta pay taxes, rent, bills, right? Pay your mortgage. Go get that next. Haggai 1-6.
This is the book of Haggai, chapters 1 and verse 6. Ye have so much and bring in little.
You work all day, overtime, it's still not enough, right? Never enough. Go ahead.
Ye eat, but ye are not enough. It says, but ye have not enough.
Yeah, you eat your first meal, now you gotta figure out what's waiting. Go ahead.
And it says, ye drink, but ye have not filled with drink.
You drink water, Fago. How you gonna get some more? You gotta spend more of your money. You gotta work more, right? Go ahead.
It says, ye clothe you, but there is none warm.
Yeah, you don't got enough. You don't have as much clothes as you want to, right?
And it says, and he that earneth wages to put it into bags with holes.
You might as well cut holes in your pocket. You might as well do it right now. Because that's where it's going, on the ground. Or really the so-called white man. Wasting it, right? Bring out Baruch 1 and 6. They're not going to bring this out in the churches. It's the last thing. No, we're telling you, when they open up the Bible, they don't bring out this verse. Go ahead.
It's the book of Baruch, chapters 1 and verse 6. And it says, they made also a collection of money, according to every man's power. And they sent it to Jerusalem unto Joachim the high priest, and the son of Chelcias, son of Shalom, and to the priests and to all the people which are found with him at Jerusalem.
See, we loved each other, right? We all came together as a community. He put in money to make things happen. We can't even do that now. That's a curse. Us not being able to come together. That doesn't happen anymore. Right? Bring out your curse, King.
In the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 44, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
Basically what they're saying is, you know, like when we go to the banks, they're not going to be able to give us loans. They're not going to give us loans. But, you know what I'm saying? And by knowing that, they're going to be the head and we're going to be the tail. We're going to get the ass from everything. Like, well, even when we work, you see like that white man right there, he get bonuses and promotions. We got to bust our ass and be against our own people and be Uncle Toms and Brian Gumbles in order to get there. And then when we get there, we still at the bottom because they're not going to give us what we work hard for.
Yeah, that's plain. Hey,
I talked to a brother earlier this week. He told me he worked 18 hours a day. A day. He only get 2 days off. 18 hours. That's slavery. Bring it up. You got time to enjoy it with your kids. You don't got time to spend the money. You got time to wake up. Bring it up.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God.
Again to the point, King. You got it.
With joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
You're going to serve your enemies. You remember who your enemies are?
Who? People that brought us over here, the white man.
So-called white men.
That's right.
Right? Bring that out, King.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, and hunger.
Whether it be Pizza Populous, Happy's Pizza, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Subway, you go to the so-called white men that own all these food chains, right? Go ahead.
And in thirst.
And in thirst, Dasani, Sprite, Pepsi, Starbucks. Or Starbucks, Gatorade. You go to the so-called white man. Go ahead.
And in nakedness.
You want your Nike Cortez, you want your Adidas, your Ralph Lauren, your damn, what else? Your Vans, your Burberry. You go to the so-called white man, right? Even if you want Converse, go to him. Go ahead.
And in one of all things.
You want to ride that bike, you gotta go to him. He owns that stuff. You want a hat, go to him, brother. You want a phone, who you gotta go to? License. You want to go to Canada, you need a license first. You gotta make sure it's in hands.
So to do anything, move,
anything.
to survive, you gotta damn near.
So that's a cut to that Juneteenth. That Juneteenth is basically, the only thing that Juneteenth is celebrating is that we free-ish. We're still not free, but we pertaining to freedom, so-called. So we free-ish.
Freedom is an illusion in America for us.
America, you can't be really too free in America. You feel me? 'Cause it's like you gotta sign up to even damn near be here. You feel me? You gotta get, like they said, Social Security numbers and all type of extra stuff to even be here. You gotta pay taxes to work. You gotta pay taxes to anything. And so it's like you say, it's damn near not even free. You feel me? It's a cost of your freedom to be free.
So that what they're saying is, let's let you know, like, this is our youth home. And what our parents did, if we was going off being bad, they sent us to the youth home and we belong to the system. While our forefathers, disrespecting our Father in heaven, sent us here to this youth home. And our identity is serial numbers, social security numbers, all that. This ain't our homeland.
That's right. It's not our homeland. What's our real homeland, brother? Africa. Heaven.
Kind of, sort of, but you almost there.
Hey, the brother going to show you Galatians 4:26. What's our homeland? Where do we really come from? Africa is a continent with 50 plus countries, right? An Egyptian man don't say his home is Africa. He's going to say Egypt. Ethiopian man is going to say Ethiopia. Ethiopian man don't say he's African. That's a white man's name, right? I'm going to show you Galatians 4:26. The Bible tells us where we're from.
Africa is a white man's name?
Yep, Deus Scipius Africanus.
Say it again?
Deus Scipius Africanus. Somebody want to look it up for the brother? Right, we're going to prove that. You said what?
You said what is the Africanus?
Yeah, that's his name, Deus Scipius Africanus. Before we get that, or you can show him that first, that's fine. And then Galatians 4:26.
That was a meltdown. That was unfortunate. Oh, I'll bring it up, man.
Keep looking at it. That's Galatians 4:26. You seeing that, brother?
That song from 44 and 6 hit me right now.
What you think about that, brother? Brother looking into it. You showed him the Deus Scipius Africanus. That's what we're hitting them right now. Yeah. Hey, the word cut, man. Hey, the word is deep. Can you bring out Hebrews 4:16? Slug. Can you bring out Hebrews 4:16? He's gonna hold that. Bring out Hebrews 4:16. All right. This word cut's deep, man.
Book of Hebrews, right, chapter 4, right, chapter 16, and it reads, It says, let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace.
4 and 16.
4 and 16. 4 and 12?
No.
It's the book of Hebrews chapter 4 and verse 12. For the word of God is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword.
Hey, this word is sharp, brother. I'm like, damn, I didn't know that. Yeah. You know, nobody's going to tell us this stuff. Go ahead.
Piercing even to the dividing, to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart.
See that? So everything we're bringing out to you, right, they're curses. Is it a good thing that you have to go to the white man for everything? No, right? Hold on, we didn't even finish around 28 and 48, right? We didn't even get that part.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, and hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and a want of all things.
Go ahead.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee.
Who had a yoke of iron upon their neck? History. The Israelites, right? You saw Jacob, right? Yeah. Roots. We had a yoke of iron upon our. It's not an egg yoke, but that's just what they call it. That's the name of it. We had a yoke of iron upon our neck until he destroyed us to the point where we call ourselves black, African American, niggas. We kill each other. We eat pork. Colored. That's how destroyed we are as a people. Do our people care? No, they'd rather ride around, be wicked all day, kill each other, give each other an evil lie. Did we bring out verse 54? Let's bring that out. This is gonna blow you up.
Oh, I got a precept to that too.
This is gonna blow you up. When we read this, some people walk away in disbelief. They say, are you kidding me? Bring that out.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate,
that man may be your brother, uncle, whoever,
his eyes shall be evil toward his brother.
Tell me which people, which demographic has the evil eye towards their own people. Right. So it's the reason why you didn't say the Chinese man. It's the reason why you didn't say white man. They don't hate each other like we hate each other. We write rap songs about each other, killing each other. Go ahead.
And toward the wife of his bosom.
We get into it with our wives, right? You know that.
And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
Which he shall what?
Which he shall lead.
Hey, who knows? Read that again. Read that again, man.
And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
Who's don't believe in their children? Damn.
I got another one. This is another precept to that.
Damn.
In the book, I'm gonna start at 1. In the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. And you know that's where we at, because everybody lying to each other. Ain't nobody ain't nobody know the Lord. Reading on. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out in blood touching blood. So it's kinfolks killing kinfolks. We out here hurting each other, killing each other. When we tell our people that the so-called white man is your enemy, they like, oh, that's so long ago. That's the past. But you ain't forget about what Pookie and Ray Ray did to you last. Yeah. Y'all got a fire? Yeah.
Definitely gonna bump into y'all.
Cousin Dog!
He ain't got no more. He ain't got no more. He gotta give him somebody give him a YouTube channel. You gotta give him a YouTube channel.
You gotta get something up to the school, brother.
Oh yeah. You gotta
learn, you gotta take it to school. You gotta get a brother.
Alright, while that brother getting information, put it on Galatians 4:26.
Book of Galatians. In the book of Galatians, chapter 4, verse 26. But Jerusalem
which is above is free.
One more verse. This is our motherland. I'm going to show you. Read that again.
In the book of Galatians, chapter 4, verse 26.
Bring it out.
But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
Which is the what?
The mother of us all.
Jerusalem is the mother of us all. Go ahead. So this is the last one. What is the truth going to do for you? Bring it up.
The book of John, chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth.
And ye shall what?
And ye shall know the truth.
You're going to know the truth and what?
And the truth shall make you free.
It's going to make you free.
That's right.
Knowing who you are, knowing about the curse is going to make you free. Right? And what's next? How do you love God? You gotta spread it. Well, if God told you to do a certain thing, don't you gotta do it? So what certain things did he tell us to do?
Love one another.
Yeah, that's true. But how do I love you? It's me selling you dope, weed, me, being a whoremonger. Is that me loving my people?
Spreading your words, reaching out to different people.
Not our word, but
Trying to change.
words of the Lord. The Lord gave us commandments. So the Lord said, don't kill, don't be a murderer. We can't do those things. But guess what? The Lord also said we can't eat pork. You like bacon? You love it?
I love it with egg.
You ate some today?
No.
What about yesterday? This week?
Yeah, this week for sure.
Love it, right? All right, bring all the videos.
You gotta get you some beef bacon,
Right?
man.
I want to show you that we can't eat bacon. Right? Bring that out.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 7. And the swan, though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed,
Yeah, divide the hoof and it's cloven-footed, but what?
yet he cheweth not the cud.
It doesn't chew the cud properly, that just smell. Therefore, what?
He is unclean to you.
He is what?
He is unclean to you.
And what?
Of their flesh shall you not eat, and their carcass shall you not touch.
So you can't be eating a dead pig, or you can't touch a dead pig. Now that you can eat a pig in general. The Lord said something to you. So the next time you eat pork, guess what the Lord will do to you? Is he going to pat your shoulder and say, it's okay? Or is he going to judge you? He's going to judge you, right? People who say only God can judge you, they right. The Lord's going to judge you, all right? But guess what? We can also judge you in righteousness according to the Bible, right? And that's love. If you got sons, daughters, you tell them to do something, don't you do it? What if you don't, how you going to feel? You going to smile and say, that's okay. No, you going to pull off your belt and get on them, right? Right. So what's God going to do to you if you don't listen? You're not going to pull off your belt, but you're going to get your spiritual belt and start whipping you. Now, next thing you know, you get fired. Why did this happen? You're in sin. You're breaking all of his commandments. You can expect to have kids, them listen to you, and not do what the Heavenly Father said. That makes sense. You gotta do what the Heavenly Father said. Because guess what? Your son be asking you certain things, right? You're gonna grant him whatever he wants if he listens to you, right? So if you listen to Most High, he's gonna grant you what you want. In righteousness and within reason. You can't ask for no folly. Lord, allow me to breathe underwater. Lord, tomorrow I want to fly. Lord, make me tall as that building. Lord, give me 3 arms. It got to be within reason. Lord, give me more wisdom, more strength. Give my family and my household better comfort in the spirit. Help me, provide me with a better job that may, establish my family. Yeah, my love, things of that nature. Protect all that good stuff, right? So that's only if we keep the commandments. That's plain, right? So you're gonna run through, you gotta grow out your beard. You're already doing that, that's mighty. Grow up whatever you can. You like shrimp, crab, and lobster?
I will, but I don't eat it.
But you eat it though, right? So the Lord told us we can't eat it as well. That's Leviticus 11 and 9. No more shrimp, crab, or lobster. Alright, you gotta wear your fringes, you gotta keep the Sabbath day, all that good stuff. And you an Israelite. So you can't buy and sell on the Sabbath. That's Acts 17 and 11.
Keep the commandments.
See word, brother. See what
Keep the commandments.
We gotta keep that 85.
Hey, I got one too.
Hey, Jake look kind of dumb when they do something not supposed to. Hey, Ryan! Bring it up.
In the book of Nehemiah, chapter 1, verse 5. And I beseech ye, O Lord God of heaven, great and terrible God, that keepeth the covenant and mercy for them that love him and observe his commandments.
You just found out how terrible he got just now.
Yeah. The Lord could have did that to you. That's right. You gotta just fall off your bike, you know, make you a reproach. So I'm gonna say the name talk and kicking it with y'all. Hey, there's no ride. Bring that up. See that? What's up, jamming you up? Hey, this brother got a point.